using. Awesome, awesome. Nice. So is a ask me anything, just a short session, just to try the live stream. So if you have any questions about SEO, just drop in the chat. If you want maybe me to maybe have a quick look at the site or something, just also drop the chat, your website in the chat here. I will take a look. Maybe for another 20 minutes or so, just to kind of check out the stream. Oh, thanks, Sandeep. No, because I don't really like chat is a little lagging. Not sure. I mean, the connection here is saying that is excellent connection. Lagging means it's going slower than usual or what? It's not catching up with the display, or the connection is broken or something. Not catching up with the display. Do you know how to kind of fix that? Because I think I tried to fix it before and it was working okay. Not sure. Maybe I need to use other software. Now I'm using OBS. So any any suggestion for new bloggers? Uh, what in what way? Like, are you asking for like the researching part, like the niche finding, uh, the niche finding or the SEO part, Sandeep? Sure, sure. Let's discuss SEO. You can ask me the questions. I'll be here for maybe another 15 minutes or so. Then obviously in the future, I will definitely come for more lives. If I try to find a way to fix this, then we can see how it goes. I'm wondering how many people are there. Let me check the participant. Okay, 2 people. Not bad, not bad. Uh, well, Sandeep, I don't really recommend Blogspot at all. Like, if you really want to build real business, like, nowadays hosting and domains are, you can get started with less than, $5 or something. So, I recommend you buy, the proper domain, proper hosting, and just set up proper website, right? Like WordPress, it just takes not more than 5 minutes. Blogspot, I don't think you can really get away with Blogspot like in the long run, basically, because you don't have control over your website, right? Like Blogspot is owned by Google, and you can obviously make lots of changes and stuff like that. And let me ask you this, like how many times have you seen Blogspot ranking for some of the main keyword or some of the important money keyword stuff like that? I don't think you have ever seen any one of them, right? Except in the spam space. So yeah, man, just go with the proper domain and hosting. That would be my recommended. Oh, blog post. Sorry, sorry. Oh, I think I didn't see that. How many can we implement multiple schema? Yes, yes, of course you can do that. But just make sure it makes sense on the page, right? You're not like stuffing in unnecessary stuff that you don't have. You can obviously have something like article schema, and you can also have something like a product review schema as well on the same page. Not problem. I mean that by default, if you're using any plugins for SEO, they comes with article schemas and all those that are already enough for your blog post, so don't worry about that. But if you want to add like extra star review stuff like that, you can also do. Hope that answers your questions. Maybe I'm not sure how the sound is. It's like another guy here says that the sound is kind of lagging behind, so I'm not sure if you have heard me properly. How can we optimize content according to SEO? Uh, well, basically when you start optimizing your content for SEO, you can obviously start by following the general guidelines by Yoast or rank math, all those are like basics. But then you would also kind of want to check for the search intent as well, for the what is the intention behind that keyword, right? And so let's say I go to Google, right? Hope you can see my screen. Let's say I go to Google, and let me kind of change the locations to maybe go to the United States. If I go to Google and type in best protein powder review, what you see here is it will become like it will be like a list type post, right? Like 14 best, 11 best, 17 best, something like that. So it mostly is like a listicle format. Whereas if you do something like how to type post, it will be something else, right? Like an article type content. So you have to kind of check the intent as well, and do the basic stuff that Yoast recommends, but don't really have to to stick on that. Check the intent properly, check what type of content your competitors are having, do proper competitive competition analysis. I have a full tutorial on on how to kind of write article for SEO. You can check on my channel. It's one of my first videos, actually. You can check on that. Hopefully that answers your questions. It's a quite a big topic basically, so maybe if you kind of want to be more specific, I can help you out more with that. Okay, that's good. You can hear me properly. So first of all, guys, like if there's any problem with the audios or something else, I apologize for that. This is my first live stream, so I'm figuring out, the stuff. Like I'm not really good at video at all. Like like although I'm quite a techie guy, I like doing playing around with gadgets and stuff, but I really hate videos and photoshopping and stuff like that, like all the visuals. Do you recommend making multiple GMB profiles on a single Gmail ID? Yeah, yeah, obviously you can do that. You can definitely do that. Is it recommended? Um, Maybe up to some extent, like maybe not too much, right? Like if Google can see that you're trying to manipulate those accounts by using one Gmail ID, definitely it's gonna cause you problems with other listings. But if you're doing it for, let's say, for clients or stuff like that, you can definitely do that. I've never seen any problem. Maybe if I try to pop this chat out, maybe you guys can see the question as well. Okay, cool. Hope all of you have got my answers. Um, so I'm gonna type here. How to find client for SEO work. Um, there are many ways actually, but it's more of like giving values to other first. Um, it's more like giving values to other people first. That's the main thing. My favorite ways is basically doing email outreach. That's what I preferred. I used to try like different stuff like social media messaging on Facebook, stuff like that, but they don't really work out because in my opinion Facebook and social media people they use for mainly just to kind of relax and to take a day off from their work, stuff like that. So they're not really looking for anything in business more of that sort. But email marketing is basically what I prefer, just kind of outreach as much as I can. Basically, if you want to learn more about proper SEO for client, like how to find stuff, I recommend Daryl Russell. So I'm pretty sure you have heard about him. Daryl Russell, like I also basically kind of follow his methodology as well when it comes to finding client and stuff. He's like he really simplifies the process and everything, and I kind of really like his idea. So but yeah, it's more like personalization in the email, right? That's what he also kind of wants to mention a lot. Personalization in the email. Make sure to provide value first, and and lastly, just make sure you're really good at your doing, right? Because many of the people you will be outreaching to would probably have been scammed in the past, right? Or saw that maybe like SEO didn't work for them, stuff like that. So make sure you're really good at what you do. So these are the three main things that I kind of recommend. Uh, my pages are not getting indexed. Yeah, MK love status. That's what's going on. That's what's happening since since 2020, and like many of my videos, I've mentioned that indexing is gonna get harder and harder. It basically comes down to the quality of your website and the quality of your content. Basically, Google really get stingy a lot at indexing, right? Because like if you kind of have a little bit of basic in computer science stuff, you'll know that storage and maintaining of those storage is a little bit is quite expensive actually. And I don't remember the stats, but I think they released it earlier this year, and they mentioned like they kind of deal with, I don't know, maybe 25 billion spam pages per day, I think. So you can think about how much it's going to cost them, right? So you have to have really good content on your website, and your overall website should be good enough. And that is basically how you get indexed. One of the ways to build like not really start building a lot of links, but make sure you build a couple of those basic links, right? Like citations, profiles, all those will also help you as well. But first you have to make sure your content is good enough, your site is good enough overall, and is stuff like that. Okay, so we have like my best friend when we were in the school, in not high school, but yeah, it's okay. So he said, yeah, hope you're doing great. I'm doing great, bro. How are you? Does website security play a role in SEO? Yes, definitely. Harjot, definitely. Like, if your website gets hacked or something like that, within like 24 to 48 hours, your website will kind of get de-indexed, or Google will not show your website there. So definitely you should make sure your website is secure. HTTPS is also one of the ranking factors that Google looks at. And besides, you also make sure you don't get hacked, right? And you have some kind of security patches installed on your website. You should do live blog review. I'm sure many people will join. Yeah, definitely. I'll do that. No, this is just for testing. This is just for testing. I'm going very soon now, like within maybe 10 minutes or something, just to test out my audio and stuff like that. So yeah, definitely I'll try to find more topics, and maybe do something like a quick site review as well, so you all can drop in your website link and I'll check it out real quick. Maybe today I can do one, for maybe, not sure, but in the future, definitely I'll try to come up with new stuff. I'm just figure out recently that live is something that people really love to watch, so but I'm not really good at all these videos and photography stuff, so still trying to figure out the best approach basically. But you seem to mention that there's a lag. My audio kind of lag behind. I'll try to figure out how to really fix that. Not sure. Which hosting you prefer? Recommend other bloggers. um there are many hosting really, but the one that I like the most is Hostinger. So hostinger.com. It's really affordable and really, like, they've got like one of the best support that I've ever seen. Basically their support is really quick. Within like an hour or two you would get their response back via live chat. Their support is really good. And their dashboard is also very easy to to use. And overall, compared to the, like, as far as the pricing is concerned, it's really really affordable. So this is the one company that I really like the most. Besides, you can obviously go for some like high end stuff like WPX, or like Liquid Web, like all those high end hosting. But if you're looking for something budget, this is definitely something that you want to consider. So really looking forward to all of you guys feedback on this live stream. Let me know what else you need for improvement. Maybe the audio might be one thing. Maybe other thing you want. This is just for testing, remember, not really looking for anything fancy. Let me see how many people we have. Participant. Okay, so we only have two people right now in the chat. Oh, one guy joined. Hello, brother. Can you please do a quick review of my website? I'm new to SEO. Tell your opinion. Yeah, sure. You can drop in your link. I'll do a quick review though. Like I said, this is just a test for my live stream. I'm not gonna do anything real fancy here. Just I'm going off in another 10 minutes or something. But yeah, just drop your link. What's your process to optimize e-commerce SEO? I have a I have a full kind of like a step overview of how you can do as e-commerce SEO. You can check my channel out. I have a playlist as well, on the e-commerce SEO. Check it out. Like, I'm pretty much that will help you. It will help you a lot. Is HTTPS important to get in the website index? Not really. It's more of like the quality of your website overall. When we talk about quality, is basically, like your content, how well your content is. Does it satisfy what the users are looking for? Does your content getting some engagement on social media? Do people actually like your content and sharing it online, stuff like that? And also backlinks, right? Backlinks also help define your website quality, but obviously you don't really need something fancy to really get it indexed. Just a couple of few basic backlinks, those will help. Is for e-commerce. Yeah, yeah, drop your site. I can do a very, very quick overview and let you know. Shoot me your question, guys. I'm going off very soon, so obviously in the future I'm definitely coming back for more, for sure. Live stream. I kind of like it now. Interaction, live with people, so that's good. Today I'm just testing my audio and my live stream OBS. I just downloaded it today and tried it. Just went through a couple of tutorials as well to kind of know how to set this up and all those. So drop your link. I'll quickly have a look. It's on one of my site. I'm working on it. Kumar Ankit, did you ask me anything before? Or are you the same guy? I'm not sure. Skill F and Kumar Ankit. Why it doesn't show? Oh, okay. Yeah, you can't write a direct link. Okay, this. Okay, let me do it. I got the link now. When you type in the link, don't type in full stuff. Let me do the first link, okay? First website first. Let me see. Okay, so here's the website. Let me pop the chat out. So maybe if you have any question, just drop in while I'm trying to review the site. Okay, so it's in French. Let me translate it to English so I can try and understand a little bit better. Okay, so first of all, the design looks good. It looks modern. That's great. And user experience also kind of looks good as well. So maybe I try to check out your product. Okay, so you have where's your product category? So maybe I can activate it here. Components. Okay, so you divide it into multiple product categories. That's good, and the URLs are also very friendly. Um, that's good. That's good. Product tags. Okay, let me maybe check out your product categories. How you kind of have them. Let me maybe open one of the product categories. No product in this section. Maybe if I check, try to see which product category you have. Um, Product description, reviews. Okay, you have a great description about the page. That's good. That's good. These are properly optimized, right, with all the heading tags. Yeah, that's good. I would assume you're using WooCommerce. I guess that's looking good. I mean, WooCommerce out of the box, already kind of like very quite optimized basically, so you don't really have to do much. So this is the product category page. All right. Okay. So overall, I would say your website looks quite good. Maybe if I try to check the index, but one thing that you kind of want to optimize is your category page. So make sure you add a couple of paragraphs on it as well, because when it comes to e-commerce, category page is something which get lots of, basically you can it has lots, like for many keywords you can basically use your category page to rank. So make sure you add a couple of like 2 to 3 paragraphs, not a lot but a couple on your category page, each of your category page. um and when it comes to your index status, looks good, not bad. Overall, yeah, it looks perfect, man. Just optimize your category. Okay, good. You can add categories. Yeah, description. Yeah, just add in the product categories. That will help. Overall, it looks good, man. It looks good. My website is on no index now. How come your website is indexed, bro? You see, all of these pages are indexed on your website. Maybe you switched it wrong or something. Not really sure. But overall, the site looks good. The site looks good. It has a the speed also is quite good. Like you must be located in France, so I'm accessing here. It looks good. It looks good. Overall, it's fine. Just optimize the product categories. I think we have another one that was sent here. Maybe I can do another. So this is a last site review, guys. This is a last site review for today. I'll definitely come back for more. I'll be on for another maybe 5 or 10 minutes. Just ask your questions. All right. I'll check another site real quick. Okay, another e-commerce site here. Okay, critical care featured item. Not bad. For the homepage, it's definitely not bad. But I think maybe there's like too much going on the homepage, right? Like you have like a different section here, and then a lot of banners here, and then categories. Maybe if I were you, I would try to keep it as simple as possible, right? Like have only the main important stuff on the homepage, and also the sidebar here, kind of maybe distract me a little bit, right? Because like on my side here, I can see this is kind of moving around here. So maybe you try to keep it as simple as possible, like from the previous side that I just showed. It would be better. Okay, so let me maybe look at the category page and the product page, because on any e-commerce site, the most important pages are category pages actually, and then come your home page. Sorry, then your product page, and then your home page. Um, okay, so this is your categories for your COVID-19. Again, for your category page, I would advise you to add a couple of descriptions, right? I prefer at the bottom, add a couple of SEO optimized content, not much, but a couple of 2 to 3 paragraphs to kind of tell Google what your page is about. Because definitely, obviously, Google can read your content, can read your images and description, but at the end of the day, it's just a robot, so it needs to, it needs some words, right? It needs some content in order to understand what it's about. And for your product page, okay, maybe if you add a little bit of okay, description, maybe not that important, but maybe your short description, if you can add a little bit more, that would help as well, right? And related product, that's also good, you have it. And are these properly, heading tag and stuff? So if I can check H2, okay. So here's a small problem, right? So this is the name of the product. You should have like, proper H1 here, like H1 for the product, H2 for, other topics, right, on the page. So the main heading for each of your product and any of your page should be H1, right? Like the previous site I showed, that site has a proper heading structures. It's not important, but heading like H1 has high weight, right, when it comes to SEO. And also maybe work on your description a little bit. When it comes to categorization, I would say you have done a great job there. You have kind of divide everything into proper categories. And maybe like I can see on many products are not found in each of the categories. So make sure you start filling about this as well. And backlinks, you seem to have a little bit. I'll not go through into detail much on this, but yeah, make sure you check your keywords again. Make sure people are searching for it. Check the home page like I mentioned, and work on the product description and category pages as well. And check the proper how you structure each page properly with the content. Okay. I was thinking that my Gmail already called switch the profile. Okay, so Ankit, that was your site, right? The e-commerce. Okay. Web 2.0 can help to rank in medium competition keyword. Yeah, yeah. It you see, like when it comes to all these Web 2.0 and stuff, you have to really make them good quality. Um, it can definitely help, but you have to make sure that you have multiple pages on the Web 2.0s, right? Like not just one or two page, and the content should be unique, not any spun content, stuff like that. And you also might want to power them up, right, with other backlink as well, like some cheap PBN and stuff like that, because Web 2.0s in themselves really don't have much of a power. But again, for medium competition keyword, maybe for some of them, I don't use them as my main strategies basically, but I sometimes use them to help support, right, to diversify the links. So let's say if I build backlink using guest posts, niche edits, all those stuff, I would sometimes use Web 2.0s to kind of support, like diversify the link profile, right, to make it look more natural, stuff like that. And to help, definitely to help build a brand as well, right? Like Web 2.0s are good for building brandings and like stuff like that. But obviously, don't use them as a main strategies. That's the main thing there. Don't use them as a main strategies. Um, because if you're using them too much, definitely, Google will think like you're trying to do something there. Because Web 2.0s, anyone can easily build it, right? And it was used a lot in the past for spamming as well. So maybe keep in mind a little bit of how much you're using that is also another important thing. Wait. How to increase the DA of HTML website. Your goal shouldn't be increasing DA, but to increase traffic, because at the end of the day, I'm not sure if you know, but Google doesn't use DA. But if you build more links, or naturally your DA will also increase. And basically that's it, right? DA basically is a measurement of how powerful your website or your your domain is, based on the quality and quantity of the links. So The more quality links you build, the more DA you're gonna have. Please don't delete live stream. I'll use to review to take notes. Yeah, yeah, I'll not delete. Okay. Let's see how many people have joined. Participants, not much. Okay, no problem. 5 more minutes, guys, and I'm gonna end this stream. Um, and definitely next week I'll start more. Any questions? Drop them fast. More questions? No, no more questions. Okay. For Web 2.0 as start should be good for fresh website. Yeah. I mean, the numbers, like there's really no fixed numbers, right? Like for new website, you think about what would be natural, right? Like citations would be something that I like to use a lot. Web 2.0 is definitely you can use some, but yeah, four. I don't think four is a big problem. I don't think four is a big problem. Thanks for live stream, bro. It's so much fun. You're welcome. Yeah, I'm also kind of like it as well. Has AI entered SEO space yet? Yeah, definitely, bro. It is. Google has, over the past like a couple of years, they have really um, improved a lot on how they understand languages. So it's more or less not really into AI, but they're definitely getting there. But they're more into like NLP, natural language processing, stuff like that. Like how they try to understand content as much as they can, and that is basically how they use it. And besides, obviously, um they have an algorithm called rank brain, right? Rank brain, which uses to understand the intent, or the different keyword and stuff like that. So in a sense, maybe like a baby AI, you can call that baby AI. They're trying to obviously become more advanced, but definitely it has entered quite a long time back, actually. Thank you so much. No problem. Next time I'll post in the group as well when I go live in the Facebook group, so more people can join. And I'll try to maybe change the time as well to maybe a little bit late, so people from the US and from the West can also join as well. Today, like I said, just for testing. Definitely we'll come back for more. So any feedback for the live stream, please let me know in the chat so I can go back and improve. Because I don't see what's going on from your side, right? So I don't know what's happening right now. Maybe the audio is not good, or the video is not high quality, stuff like that. So you let me know. My website not indexed in Search Console. Um, have you tried the site colon operator, like site colon here? This one, you try it here and you check. Maybe is it a new website? If it is so, then it will take sometimes. Um, I have to check, man. Like if you don't have to check your domain, but again, it really depends on many factors basically. But quality is definitely the big one there. It was good, just visual is little lagging. Okay, hopefully it's not lagging too much, because I don't know, like if you have any recommendation of the free software to use for live stream, that would be great. I'm using OBS at the moment, so like many people are also using OBS, so I'm not sure if they're how they actually um calibrate it, maybe if that's a word. So let me know with that. 2 more minutes. and I'm going now for today. Next week I'll definitely come back, or maybe at the end of the week. We'll see. I'll try to stream it every week. So because like for the videos content, I think I already put out a lot of free stuff, and I couldn't think of any more new topics. So that's why I decided to start streaming and do something like this. So I'm pretty sure you were looking for anything when it comes to SEO. Make sure you check out my channel. I have lots of videos on many topics basically. Especially on indexations, you can check out if your website having indexing problem. You can check out. I have a couple of videos on indexing and e-commerce. Definitely, I have a playlist on that, and many other stuff like how to write SEO content and all. So try search the topic and then my channel name like that. OBS is a great software. I don't know what is lagging. Yeah, I also not sure. I'll see maybe if I try to calibrate something there. I'll see. Maybe find some tutorial. I think some people actually complain about lagging stuff like that in OBS. I think I saw a video how to fix it. I'll look at into that. All right, so I guess that's the end for today's. So hope you guys have a great day, and I'll definitely come back for more. Thank you everyone for participating in this, my first actual live stream, and looking forward to interact with all of you more. And that's all for today. See you in the next session.